Hey there, let's see who came in. I don't know which one is. It just started the chat from. Hold on, let me refresh because I don't know who's new. It just started the chat from last night. Oh, hi, CYNT, Lonnie Gore, Annie Fox, Ann Fox, Kaya Sunflower, Carrie Lynn, Jessica, Mary Kim, Lisa H, hi, Jen Proctor, Scarlet Rain, Elise, Sakura Girl, To Scooter, hello, hello. Isabel, Jocano, hello. Jessica, hi. Evie Bubbles, Marigold, hello. Nurse Nana Patty, hi. Hi, Judy. Oh, you know, I got to tell you a funny story about that in a minute. Flower Girl, Sonia, hi. Hi, Sea Glass and Shells. Where's my Mary Beth, hi. Maddie Jean, hello. Elise, hi. Linda, you were just watching our biggest catch ever, a pipe wrench. That's a lot of fizz, isn't it? Well, I guess after yesterday's video, the fishing video, this morning, actually it was this morning. It was like 4:26 a.m., probably right after we went off. I had an email from a manufacturer of fishing magnets. And hold on a minute, it's so funny. Hi, Mystery Truth Seeker. Hi, Whisper to Me. Hi, Mary. Hi, Robin. Let me just see here. It was really funny because they must have felt really sorry for us or something, for the boys probably. Where is it? Mail here. Oh, here we are. Okay, so I love your YouTube video. I'm wondering if we can work with you. We'll really appreciate it if you could help us promote our fishing magnets. And so what they're saying is they have a 1,700 pound, like we're going to pull something 1,700 pounds out of that lake, right? 1,700 pound magnet, 1,146 pound magnet, 660 pound magnet, and a 10.5 millimeter rope. If you can help us promote them, we'd love to send them to you to enrich your video. So yeah, so they're sending us stuff to enrich our video because it needs enriching. They didn't even see today's. We got a pipe wrench, but thanks, Jeannie. We must have looked pretty pathetic. Hi, Anna. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? Jeannie, I got Bella Mac. Hello. Oh, no, it's not a hoax, Judy. There are there. They sent me the links to their listings. They sell them on Amazon. Hi, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Hi, Little Dove. Yeah, and I'm going to find out because, like, Jimmy, I had to cut a big part of that out because Jimmy was like, no, there's no train tracks under there. And I'm like, look, you didn't live here as a little kid. I did. We dove under there and touched them. They were wooden tracks. They told us they were sled tracks. People used to call them train tracks. They look like train tracks. They're right on the bottom of the lake. There is a history that somebody wrote of this lake. And I believe remember those neighbors about the drone? They have it because they've been here forever too, and so is my cousin. So the next time we get together, which would probably be next weekend, my cousin's in Finland now, trying to get a Finnish wife. I think he's kidding though, but I think he is in Finland. So he won't be back probably for another week, but the other neighbors will be here. I'm going to ask them right in front of Jimmy because Jimmy thinks, there's no tracks under there. I had to cut it out. I had to cut it out of the video. I should have left it in there. And then did you see when he threw that whole big magnet and rope on my back? That was nice. Yes, there's a whole history of the lake. And when you're a little kid and you're not really paying attention to that stuff, and then you wish when you were older that you did pay attention to these things, but these school teachers that used to live on the other side of the lake, since passed away, wrote this whole history of the lake. In fact, behind my house, there's an old carriage road, okay? And there's parts of a track there from carriages. And when we were building this house, those school teachers came along and started freaking the freak out, okay? Oh my gosh, you're going to destroy the carriage road. And at the time, I just turned to her and I said, I beg your pardon. I've lived here my entire life too. I treasure that carriage road. And no, my foundation is not going anywhere near that carriage road. I want to preserve that carriage road. And then she was quiet. The place we called the Beanery growing up, it's a really tall silo. People kept telling me I was imagining things. I found stuff on the Japanese internment camp there. Shut up. Shut everybody up. Yeah, right? But there's so many different, you hear so many different things about how this is not a man-made lake. This is now my cousin said what it is a glacier-formed lake. But there is also a story that it was a rock quarry, okay? And that's why there's so many darn rocks in it. And that one day they were getting rocks and springs came up, and that's it. Carriage Road where the covered wagons and stuff used to go across. So, that's where my son wants to bring the metal detectors out there by the old Carriage Road, because there's probably some old coins or something out there, right? Lake in Bucks County has a town below it. Oh, really? I am going to find out the history of that lake. Maybe I'll do a video on it so it'll be there for future generations that don't listen. My kids probably could care less now, but maybe in 30 years they will care. And so we did that today. And what else did we do today? I pulled some rocks out of, I did a little sweeping, but then I don't know, something must have shifted, and we have so many pointy rocks, so I was taking rocks out and throwing them. That was fun. Oh, and yes, thank you for reminding me, Jess. Stan, if you hear a little part in the, you might have missed it. when we went past Stan's house with the boat, I didn't take a picture of it. He has these steps. And on these steps, it looks like he took all kinds of pointy rocks out of the lake. But instead of usually people, when they do that, they either throw them really, far out, or sometimes they make a little wall by the shoreline, or sometimes they just throw them in the woods, right? He actually you can't use these stairs because he's got the rocks all lined up on the stairs. But it's not even like that they were like special rocks or anything. They're not. And I said to myself, wow, who would have guessed that he would have put the little rocks like that? Because it looks like a little rock collection, right? So, so I said, oh, look maybe he does have a softer side. I don't know. So then Ethan started thinking about this whole thing with the rocks. And then when we came back around, he thought, wow, if anybody ever went and took those rocks and threw them back in the lake, he'd probably kill everybody on the lake. You can hear Ethan say it, and he'd probably kill everybody on the lake. And then he goes, I bet you if somebody said to him, hey, there's a 40-year-old guy, I don't know why he paid for it, there's a 40-year-old guy, and there's a choice. The 40-year-old guy's going to die, or you have to get the rocks back. He'd say, kill that guy. No prompting, okay? That's how bad they think Stan is. Okay, so when you hear that, when he says, if you listen, you'll hear it. He says something like, he'll say, let that guy die. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about Stan's rock. If it came between some guy's life and Stan's rocks that he took out, Stan would say, let the guy die. So that was Ethan, little dove. That was Ethan that said that one. So yeah, Stan. Oh gosh. Okay. And which brings us to another little tidbit, and I'm just going to tell you this before. I've got a really interesting story. But someone tried to have me arrested today. Yeah. Yep. Someone tried to have me arrested today because they came into my channel and, hey, was I posting anybody's obituary in our channel last night, or talking about anyone's obituary in our channel last night? I don't think so. I don't think I was doing a lot of the other things. Anyway, police department in Massachusetts called me, and this sergeant, she was just so nice, this woman. Yeah, hell yeah, Jeff, hell yeah. And she said, she was laughing, and she said that person came highly, whatever you want to call it, into the police station and wanted them to arrest me because she said I violated this fake anti-harassment order. And she said, well, how did she violate it? And she said, well, I've got the proof. And she said that she didn't have the proof. And all she kept saying was that I posted a family member's obituary, okay, that I said, listen to this one, that I said I conducted illegal background checks, and I gave out her criminal history that I found out in these illegal background checks, as well as her mental health history. Mm-hmm. And the officer said, why are you in her channel? I don't have time to sit here and listen to YouTube videos. There is something called free speech, ma'am. And what she did does not violate an anti-harassment order. And we are not going to arrest her. And then she claimed that I sent the legal eagles to go harass her. That's what she said. That I sat here and got the legal eagles to go harass her. Okay? And of course that didn't happen, but you know what the officer said? The officer said, she's not responsible for anyone else, and you are not going to serve multiple people with anti-harassment orders. You're not going to control the internet. Why don't you stay out of that channel? Why do you keep going in the channel if you say that this woman bothers you? Okay, doesn't sound like this woman's bothering you. And she claimed that she had to go into the channel because friends were telling her to go into the channel because we were doing this. Does she have, I mean, if no, yeah, so they said, we're not arresting her, okay? And they said, you take it up, whatever you want to do on Friday. They said, we'll put it down that you came into the station. And then she called me to get my take on it. And she was very interested to hear that how this person is harassed by me and scared of me, yet made a FaceTime call to me 2 days after serving me with that order. So I guess it's thankful that I got the call, because she added that to the little summary that the judge will see that says, so now it's coming from that police department that they spoke to me, and I have the screenshot of her calling me 2 days after serving me with this to FaceTime. And I also told her about how her, whoever it is, friend, roommate, lover, friend, I don't care, I don't know. All I know is I don't want that person texting me, and that person was texting me about this woman's, what she said, and this is in the text, that she is mentally sick, is what the text says. She's very, very sick. Okay? Then said she wasn't going to make it through the night was the last thing, after there were numerous threats in that. And so I got to put that on the record, because I don't want those texts. Okay? I have not texted, called, communicated in any way with this woman since I told her to leave me alone on June 2nd or 3rd. And yet I have texts, emails, phone calls, FaceTimes. Not only from her, but from someone that lives with her. So, and she is, so anyway, the officer was so sweet. And the officer said, I really hope the judge takes care of this on Friday, because this woman has been in here 8 times to have you arrested. She's the first one to have called me, okay? But that woman was there 7 other times to have me arrested. And they will not arrest me. New York tells me I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm allowed to talk about what happens to me. I'm allowed to talk about texts that I get, phone calls that I get, court papers that I get, calls that I get. I can talk about all of that. And this officer told her this. She said, I told her this, but it's not sinking in, because this is the 8th time she has come to have you arrested. I have no idea, Lisa, if, not only that, I assumed she wanted to get restraining orders on other people that she thought were being told to come after her, example, legal eagles. And they told her, you're not doing this. Okay. So that was fun. That was fun. And, but it was a real, I have to say, thumbs up to that officer. She was great. She knew something was off. And yeah, I would think so, Mommy, for the win. That's right. And then this woman said, she's, I guess she brought in her phone and was trying to show YouTube videos to her. And that's when she said, stay off of her social media. Because where are you finding this? Did she tag you in anything? No. Did she call you directly? No. Did she text you? No. Did she send you an email? No. Did she send you a letter? No. What are you doing? You're going into her channel, right? And you're looking for something? No, that's not a violation. That's not a violation. She can talk about what she wants on her channel, and if you have to go in the internet and you're searching for something to piss you off, no, we're not going to arrest her for that. Stay out of her channel. Okay? And I'm really glad that they did, because see, New York State, the sheriff, I told you guys, when he came here, he said, we will not arrest you for anything. Like, if we know you're not going there. We know you don't want anything to do with her. You don't have to worry. She can call in all the false freaking allegations she wants. And that's what I told. And she goes, this one said, absolutely. We're not going to arrest you for that. And you're in New York, so it's not going to happen. And just as we would not, take a call from New York and arrest someone for the same thing. So it's really scary that she continues, it would appear, if my words keep going back to something and are said they are a violation, somebody's watching very closely. And that's pretty, my opinion, that's pretty obsessive. I do not contact her at all, Danielle. I wish she would do the same. Little Dove, I don't know, but yeah. So that I saw the call come in, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is this? But like I said, that officer was terrific. But they're tired too, because 8 times, that is an abuse of process. Those officers need to be doing other work. And this is just, for whatever reason it is, it's either someone playing games or someone that doesn't have a sense of reality and believes this stuff. And either one of them should not be taking up these officers' time. You know what I mean? 8 times, that for the officer to say, I really hope the judge does something Friday, because we can't take it. 8 times she's come in here. Troublemaker needs attention. One way or the other, it seems like that, Danielle, right? So, Karen, you know what? These things usually don't end well for the person like that. They usually end up, somebody sees over there that they need some kind of assistance. But, not my problem. I mean, she's trying to make it my problem, but I'm right, Bella. Yeah, something. But yeah, it's. And I think, just craze that wanted me arrested today. I want her arrested. I want her arrested. Amber, don't let it scare you, because there's nothing wrong with what we're doing. And that's why there's block features, and that's why people can go away. She tried to explain to her there's a difference in freedom of speech, and she's free to talk about what she wants. She's not tagging you. She's not calling you. Mommy, it's different in New York. In New York, restraining orders are only issued for family members through the family court. So if you're scared of your spouse or someone that you live with, you can get a restraining order through the family court. Now, a restraining order for someone else, you first have to go the criminal charges. Now, had she lived in New York with those death threats that I received, New York said, I filled out the affidavit with the state police, we will arrest her if she comes to New York, okay? But they can't pay to extradite her, okay? So then it's got to go to the FBI because it becomes a federal matter. So it ups the charge from a misdemeanor, okay, to a felony with the FBI. But the FBI wheels take time, just like you saw that kid that made threats back in January that was on the news in Ohio. It took until August to bring that around. But, yeah. So they said, if I see her in New York, all I have to do is call the state police, and they will arrest her based on my affidavit that they have with the death threats. I can't get the restraining order until she gets charged, which would come from the FBI. So, I mean, it's nuts. Jimmy was here with me, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that someone didn't want someone. Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't know what. Did she think that I would be in jail? Let's just say they had arrested me, right? Did she think that I would be in jail? They wouldn't keep me in jail. That's number one, okay? So I don't know what she's even trying to do with that. I don't get it. But there, it's no violation. It's just a crazy, crazy situation. Wearing a jumpsuit. I should get a backdrop, right? I should get a backdrop of a cell, maybe. But so that was the other news today. What happened to Scooter? Oh, I didn't know that, happy wife. What? Why? Can they just unplug her? Yeah, well, that's what the officer said. Why can't you just stay away? from the channel. You can't go looking on social media and then get upset when you read or see something you don't like. That's exactly what the officer said. If you're going looking for things, that's not a violation. Thanks, Michelle. So a bobblehead for my counter? Where? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Happy Wife, unless I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I'm sorry. What was it about, Happy Wife? I think that someone had, I don't know. I think maybe that you just have to clear something up because maybe allow me to help you clear something up because I think, and I could be wrong because I didn't see it, but I saw something early on and you said something like, I don't know, have I been duped again or something? I don't know what you said, Happy Wife. But I think it was that someone might have thought you made a comment on another channel. But there are people that did that and didn't say anything bad, but didn't understand the situation. And we didn't tell anybody not to go to such and such a channel or do anything because I'm, not threatened by that. But because I don't know if this, with everything going on, thought that maybe something, but I never ever saw you post anything negative or derogatory about me or the channel or anything like that. And, we had a letter recently that I read where there was a person that was on those comments and had said some things and then found out and felt so bad about it. Remember the night Amber was on and I read that email? That was from a person who made some of those comments and they had a complete change of heart. And not only did they have a change of heart about what was going on and they felt sorry for what they said, but they had a change of heart about what they had first felt about Amber. It was a very moving email. And so, I'm good with that. People do change. People make mistakes sometimes. People don't have all the facts. And if they're given facts that are not facts from someone else, yeah, they might have said something. But this person was big enough to say, look, I was wrong. I was wrong. And I wasn't only wrong about that, I was wrong about Amber. And it was a really nice email. So if something like that happened, Happy Wife, I'd like to straighten it out for you so you don't feel like that with what's ever going on. Because it just might be that. And the other person may have good intent. I'm sure it has good intentions, right? It doesn't want, anyone else to hurt me, you, the channel, whoever. So I think their intentions are good. Well, let's figure it out, Happy Wife. I think that it's probably a misunderstanding. And whoever it is may just see it as, are you being real? Okay. So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's anything that against you per se, but maybe they saw you make a comment over there. I think that's what it's about. So, but like I said, I don't think like the other person that wrote in did say some things about you. I don't think did. And again, I never told anyone, to get the record straight on this one, to unsubscribe, to not. I don't care. But if someone's going to be on there, bad mouthing me or this channel or people in it, then yeah, we're going to be wary if someone comes in. But that wasn't you. Okay, so it's Sakura. So Sakura, give Happy Wife, a break here, because she might have went on there and made a comment, and it could have been very innocent. There were other people that made comments that didn't know anything that was going on, and even those that did make some comments have turned around. So I think let's just give people, the benefit of the doubt. People make mistakes. That's all right. And I know Sakura's girl, her heart is in the right place. She doesn't want to see me, the channel, you guys hurt. But I know Happy Wife, and I don't feel that she's not sincere at all. So if I'm good with it, then, we should be good with it. Of course, Happy Wife, but you're loved here. Don't you worry. Yeah, I think it's just it's better just to get it out and a long time. Yeah. Yeah, but there are other people that came and said I had no idea, so it's not so strange. For the first time, Peggy Sue? All right, is everybody good now? Everybody does a group hug and it's okay? Guilty, yeah. It had everyone on edge in protective mode, yeah. Group hug. Okay. All right, let's, and you know what, Happy Wife? What kind of tortoises are those, the ones that you're talking about? I just wanted to look up some more information about them. Well, some information about them. All good, butterflies and sparkles. Now I know it took me ages to put it together. Mojave. Oh, I've never heard of those. Let me write that down. I want to check those. I want to check those out. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Okay, so I do have a... Oh, there's the cat. So what's my next project? I have I wanted to refinish a coffee table in the house. And Jimmy's like, you don't have time for that. I'm like, I can do it quickly. He's like, just buy one. I'm like, no, but I just want to finish that one anyway. And, so, okay. Hi, Save Robbie. No, we didn't. We went magnet fishing today. We got a little bit of a storm, like a rain. It wasn't anything. It wasn't even thunder or lightning. Yeah, and I've got to take a picture. I was going to do a turtle cam today. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. Okay. You missed a lot, Judy? Okay. Angel Callie. Oh, her mom's home now, right? How's your mom doing? You're working on my dresser out of boxes. Out of boxes? What kind? Oh, I'd like to see that. At wooden boxes? You're making a dresser out of boxes? I'm also trying to repaint a like a teak cart that I've had since, well, it was my mother's. It's a patio kind, like a cast aluminum or something. That'll be exciting. I'd like to see that. The baby's hatching. You never... Okay. You want to do a furniture rehab? Oh, you know what? Now I can talk to you, random guy Jeff. I was thinking about this today, okay? Here's my idea for you, and take it for what it's worth. I've told contractors here that were here too. The contractor that used to work here, that used to go, oh, you're lucky. You're like, at that time I wasn't even doing YouTube the way I am now. I had a YouTube channel, but it was mostly my blog that he saw that, you know, I was covering trips and stuff like that. And I said, well, it's not luck, first of all. Okay. There's a lot of work involved. But you know what you could do? I said, why don't you, because his son had a YouTube channel doing like tricks and stuff on the trampoline. Okay. Why don't you create a mock wall, I told him, in your basement, and then punch a hole in it, show people how to fix it, show people how to put up crown molding, show people how to do all these things they want to do themselves, and do that. And then you could have, you know, that too, right? That. So he was like, but you know how you tell people, and they're like, yeah, but I knew he wasn't going to do it, okay? But Jeff, since you already are creating videos and you're trying to rehab a house, what I think you should do, and again, take it for what it's worth, okay? While you are at that other house, you should be making videos of what you're doing in that house. And you should do a house tour, a before house tour, show the house, then show videos about if you're refinishing a floor or you're whatever you're doing. You should be taking videos of that. You're going to do the work anyway. You see, right now you've got to stop what you're doing over there and make these other videos. But I'm serious. Do it yourself videos. Videos like that are very, very popular. And if you're doing that work anyway, why not videotape it? That's my 2 cents. You know, who knows? You might get so far along on the house that you can flip it and go get another one in the neighborhood. Maybe you'll rehab the whole neighborhood. You said that that neighborhood is in need of rehab. Maybe you could just go from house to house to house. But do you want to see me punch a hole in my wall? I've got plenty of stuff to do here. But yeah, like I showed when I was taking off wallpaper, or like the construction on the house and putting in the toilet. So you should definitely do that. You did your deck, Janelle? Good. Wyndham? I don't know, Mommy. Where are you, Mommy? See? Because if you're there doing it anyway, oh, good night, Michelle. No more worries about it, happy wife. Be happy again. Don't cry. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it, Jeff. How often do you work on the house over there? Do a house tour. People love house tours. Jeff, there's people that go into abandoned houses. They have channels all about abandoned properties and abandoned houses that they go in and they put a tour up. Do a tour of your house the way it is. Tell them the vision you have for each room. That's what I would do. 4 days a week. But I also do the initial walk-in so you should be making videos about that. Is Kathy here? I didn't see Kathy. That's just, I don't know. Oh, hi, Kathy. How's your son doing? It's just like someone that bakes a lot. Maybe they say, oh, nobody will, so take a video of it and put it up. I didn't have an update from Deanna yet, no. Husband spends days moving forward. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, well, keep your Avery, manager of 3 monsters nephews in your prayers, because if you didn't see last night, he's got a battle ahead of him. So they'll take all the prayers they can get, put him on your prayer if you have prayer lists or prayer chains or what have you, because they thought he had a dermatoid cyst, but it turned out it was a tumor, and a cancerous tumor. So, and he's only 10 months old. All right, so, yeah. Okay, so now let's go to this cold case that's a trial. Okay. In 1998, there was this woman that moved down to Florida with her husband. You guys, I don't know if you know this one. They met in the 40s. He came out of World War II, and he met her. They got married. They had a life in New York. They moved down to Florida when they were older, and it wasn't that she needed money, but she was just a people person and wanted to do something. So someone said that there was this consignment shop that was, in the same town. And it was, let me get the name of the town. Hang on, because I'm doing this by memory. Delray Beach. Okay, and her name was Sondra Better. Okay, she was 68 years old in 1998. And 10 years earlier, her husband had given up his electrical supply business. They relocated to Highland Beach, which is a tiny waterfront community. The streets have names like Tranquility Drive, and almost every house comes with a private boat slip and a crystalline swimming pool. She was a petite brunette. They had 3 daughters that had all grown up and left home. She was bored, and her friend said about this consignment shop called Luchet's Consignment Boutique. Why don't you go work there? So for 8 years, this woman worked at this consignment shop, surrounded by vintage furniture, collectible trinkets, on a strip of highway famed for thrift shopping. The work added structure to her life, and it gave her something to look forward to. Okay? But this was her last day. And the couple, like I said, they met in Brooklyn in the 1940s. They were set up on a blind date. She was just out of high school. He was just out of World War II. And he said he saw her once and he never stopped seeing her. They married in 1948, and they were planning to travel back to New York to renew their vows and celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary right after she worked her last shift at Luce's, but that day never came. Okay? So what happened was a couple of teenagers saw that the store was still open about a half an hour after the usual closing time. So they stepped inside and they found her dead on the floor. Okay? She had been stabbed and bludgeoned to death, and she had wounds on her hands, suggesting that she tried to fight off her attacker. They didn't know what it was, but there were these marble, let me see what they call them. There were these set of these 3 marble balls, and let's see here. The cash register had been emptied, leading detectives to believe they were dealing with a robbery. But they didn't take her Rolex watch or her diamond ring. They had a working theory about the weapon that had been used to slit her throat. A cake knife had gone missing from the store the same day. They also had a possible suspect because a half an hour before she was found dead, a shopper had seen her talking to a tall, slender white man who was haggling over the price of a couch. But they didn't have a name. The fingerprints from these marble balls that were around her body, 2 were actually around her body covered with blood, and then there was another one that had fingerprints on it. So the fingerprints from the marble ball and a DNA sample from the trail of blood were entered into the nationwide database, but no matches popped up at all. So their case was, they couldn't find anybody that could have done this. They didn't have any leads other than that. Nothing with the DNA, nothing with the fingerprints. So by the 2nd anniversary of Better's murder, the trail had gone cold. In the year 2000, which was 2 years after that, because it was 1998, the police investigated 37 suspects, including a man who went to the hospital for a cut on his hand the night of the slaying, a furniture mover who left town and relocated to the Midwest immediately after Better was found dead, and another man who kept visiting the store and asking about her killing. But none of them showed up as a match for the killer's DNA. In 2015, her husband died, with her murder never solved. He was hoping for an answer right up until his death, and he had funded a scholarship for criminal justice students at Florida Atlantic University. He spent 15 years volunteering for the Delray Beach Police Department. It has been very, very hard. He told the Palm Beach Post, "I will always miss her no matter where my life takes me. I will never, ever stop missing her." Okay. Brings us up to December of 2018. A gentleman named Todd Barket applies for a job as a certified nursing assistant in a nursing home down in the Tampa area there. So that required submitting a set of fingerprints for a background check. Right? This is 20 years later. Soon, police in Delray Beach got a phone call. His fingerprints had matched the ones found on that marble ball 20 years earlier. So this guy is now 51 as of December. He was living in Brandon, Florida, more than 200 miles away on the opposite side of the state at this point. but detectives learned that he lived in a mobile home near Lantana, roughly 10 miles from Delray Beach at the time of the killing. Other details checked out. According to the affidavit police have, including descriptions of a 6-foot suspect with light-colored hair. Barket clocked in at 6'2", has blonde hair. He had never come up as a suspect. Oh, I forgot to put up my picture. Hold on a minute. Okay. I can get back where I was now. Okay. He had no contact with law enforcement, getting arrested, or anything. The Delray Beach Police Captain John Crane Baker told everyone this at a news conference in March. He had a minimal criminal history, mostly traffic citations, so he flew under the radar. Even for 26 years before this occurred, it was quite surprising. But Barket himself didn't seem that surprised, said the police chief when they showed up at his door in March and told him that they were there about a 1998 homicide in Delray Beach. He shrugged and responded, "Okay." Detectives collected a sample of his DNA, and within a matter of days, they confirmed that it matched the droplets of blood that had been found at the crime scene. Barket pleaded not guilty, and his trial began Monday, this week. His trial is happening now in Palm Beach County. But by then, a key piece of evidence, the third marble ball, had disappeared. So his public defender, Joseph Walsh, told the jury, "You'll never see the very ball Mr. Barket is alleged to have touched in that store. There was a failure in how the processing of the crime scene was conducted." Prosecutors, for their part, argued that it didn't matter. Though the marble ball had led them to Barket, it was the trail of blood on the consignment shop floor that proved he had killed Sondra Better more than 20 years earlier. There's no other explanation for his blood being everywhere. The killer's blood and the robber's blood would be. State Attorney Richard Clausey said, "He's the one that did it." So this trial is on right now. Is anybody following this, or did anybody know about this case? Todd Barket. You didn't hear of it? It's a trial happening right now. Okay. You're enjoying it? I thought it was interesting. 20 years later, 20 plus years later. And he got caught because he was going for a job in a nursing home. Well, MH, he doesn't have a criminal record, no arrests or anything that they can see. We don't know, right? I don't know what, why did he kill her because he was haggling over the couch? I mean, he emptied the cash register but didn't take her diamond ring or her watch. Was he startled? Did he not get to it? What was going on? Did he think the Rolex was a fake? I don't know. Hi, Casbat. Oh yeah, Diane? Who's that? Maybe Hennessy, yeah, I don't know. What do you mean, Patty? His fingerprints had not been in a database until he went for that job at the nursing home, and then they matched the fingerprints they got off the marble bowl. I know, MH, right? Could it have been that he was on drugs then? I don't know. But if he was on drugs and he wasn't startled, wouldn't he have grabbed the Rolex and the diamond ring and anything else he could have sold for money? So but that's a strange reaction to officers saying, we're here about a 1998 homicide, and he just says, okay. Wouldn't you be like, why are you here about a 1998 homicide? What does that have to do with me? Is this a joke, right? No, okay, that's a really weird reaction. It's probably scared and rushed. With DNA. So I tried to look earlier to see if they were televising it, and I didn't get I didn't see it right off the bat, but that doesn't mean because I didn't have a lot of time. So, what else did I have? That was the cold case. I thought somebody would have been following it at all, but nobody. ASMR point. Yeah, it is. It's interesting, Janelle. I mean, it's a long time, right? So he's 51 now. He would have been 31. Oh, good night, little dove. I'm trying to think of what else is going on. What else there was something else that I saw. What did I say? Todd Barket. It's Barket. Hold on a minute. Barket, like market, but Barket. Todd. So he's on trial for first-degree murder. Let me just see if I can see what happened, because it's 3 days now. So let's see what's going on in that trial. Oh, we have some pictures. Hold on. Let's see what they say. Hang on. Oops. Little bear. He looks happy, huh? And let's see. We also have a picture of Sondra and her husband. Seymour, better. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me see what I can find out about the trial now. Okay. So, accused killer is now on trial for a murder committed in Delray Beach 21 years ago. And that one didn't give me any information on the trial. That was deceiving. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. This is from April 1st for when he was arrested, just so you know. Let's see, in court that morning, he was held without bail, citing the potential death penalty in the case. And though it was moot, he also ordered that Barket possess no weapons and make no contact with Better's family throughout the procedure, which lasted, come on, is my thing jumping? Hold on. Oh my goodness. My computer's being weird again. Come on. I don't know whether it's the computer or it's the stupid Google Chrome doing it again. Okay. Come on. This is driving me crazy. I think it's this site doesn't want me to read this update here. And I can't, this stupid Google, I have to shut it down and restart it. I hate this thing so much. I thought I reinstalled it. I mean, I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and it's still doing the same crap. Every so often I've got to... Okay, hang on. Uh-oh, the screen went black. Don't worry about it. It's because I used the task manager. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. Okay, now, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right, finally. Come on, a little more. No, I didn't. Oh. Okay, I'm getting rid of this page. This page is not going to let me close the dang window. Close it. Nobody, is anybody having problems with Google Chrome? Hang on. I've got to restart it. Even my task manager. I wonder if it's like the internet here. Okay. There. Now Google Chrome is restarting, so hopefully. I know that you have no problem talking amongst yourselves. So. It's like in school when the stupid, it's the video's not playing. What is wrong with this? Oh my gosh. Okay. Throughout the procedure, I was here. Barket said nothing and showed no emotion. That was when for his appearance in court back in, that was April 1st, so I think it was March 31st that he was there. And let's see what we can find out on his trial. Come on, come on. Okay, here we have it. Sondra Better's daughters waited more than 20 years for an arrest and their 68-year-old mother's brutal killing inside a Delray Beach consignment shop, but they only had to wait about 5 months for the trial of Todd Barket to begin Monday in the Palm Beach County Circuit Court on first-degree murder and robbery charges. The 51-year-old Brandon man demanded a speedy trial, an unusual move for homicide cases, especially those with old evidence and faded memories. That can take years to be heard by a jury. Prosecutors, however, say that the blood and fingerprints from the crime scene of August 24th, it's almost August, provided clear answers for the panel picked to decide this case. Provide clear answers. Blood can tell a compelling story even 21 years later, said Assistant State Attorney Richard Clossy. In his opening statement, the prosecutor explained that the case turned cold until Barket applied for a job that required his fingerprints for a background check. Delray Beach detectives said that led to a match with a fingerprint that was lifted from a decorative marble ball found near Better's body. At the time she was bludgeoned and stabbed to death, the Highland Beach woman was planning to retire from the part-time position at the Luce store. Her husband, Seymour, died in 2015. After the fingerprint hit, investigators trailed Barket and obtained his DNA. They said it matched drops of blood preserved in evidence, leading to his March 27th arrest. There is no other explanation for the blood being everywhere the killer's blood and robber's blood would be, Clousy said, pointing at Barket seated in the courtroom. He's the one that did it. But Assistant Public Defender Joseph Walsh then declared it's not so simple. Things aren't always what they seem. Barket's lawyer told the jury that shoddy police work raises plenty of questions, such as fingerprints from 2 other decorative balls that were never matched to potential suspects. What you see when you take a deeper look at this evidence was that there was a failure in how processing of the crime was done in this case. He said the ball allegedly containing his client's fingerprints is long gone. You'll never see that ball that Mr. Barket is alleged to have touched, Walsh said. This is a case about Todd Barket's innocence to the crimes that he's charged for and law enforcement's efforts to jump to the wrong conclusion. Barket was 29 and lived in Lantana at the time of Better's killing, police said. Over the years, he may have worked in a nursing home and avoided trouble with the law, authorities said. Police have their big break. Hang on for a second. And now I just got uninterested. Get away. Pop-up ad. Their big break came in January when he applied to be a certified nursing assistant because he had to be fingerprinted, and those prints matched evidence police submitted to a national database 2 decades earlier. The trial continues. This is Monday. Tuesday, with prosecution witnesses, including a shopper who says she saw Better speaking to a man somewhat fitting Barket's description just before the killing. Circuit Judge Cheryl Caracuzzo told the 12-member jury that their work on this case should end by Friday, so it looks like it's going to be a very speedy trial if it's going to end by Friday. Now, that was Monday's update. And let's see what happened. What happened on Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's go. Day in the first-degree murder trial of 51-year-old Todd Barket. Tyler Smith and his girlfriend were searching for a couch for his apartment at the consignment shop around Palm Beach County when they came across Luche's consignment shop. Though the hours sign and the store closed at 5:30 and it was past 6, the open sign in the window continued to greet potential customers and the door was open. Smith said they walked down one of the aisles in the empty store, scanning for furniture when they walked into another section and found Sondra Better. We looked down the other aisle, and that's when we saw her body, Smith said from the witness stand Tuesday. There was a woman on the floor, curled up on the side, broken glass and blood around her. Civilian witnesses, police officers, and crime scene investigators testified Tuesday in the first-degree murder trial. Delray Beach Police, Barket, 51, fatally bludgeoned and stabbed Better during a robbery at the consignment shop. Okay, so let's see. Smith said he was in shock after finding her body, but told his girlfriend to go next door to get help while he went to see if Better was still alive. He said there was quite a bit of blood around the woman, as well as 2 decorative marble balls by her head and broken glass everywhere. There was a 3rd marble ball, part of the matching set, found elsewhere in the store that had Barket's fingerprints, investigators said. In photos shown in court Tuesday, the 3rd ball did not appear to have any blood on it. In the moment, I thought this person was injured and maybe possibly still alive, Smith told the jury, but it seemed unlikely. Mary Jane Hartug remembered being in the consignment shop for a few minutes between 5:30 and 5:45 p.m. that day. She told the 14-person jury Tuesday morning that there was a man with a crew-cut hairstyle speaking with the woman by the cash register, but no one else was in the store. She left without buying anything. When Hartug saw the newspaper articles the following days with a sketch of a man believed to have committed the crime, she said she recognized the face immediately. It was the same man who was speaking with the woman by the cash register. The store's owner, Sheila Desjardins, that's so funny, I grew up with as well as police officers were called to the scene that evening, and crime scene investigators who gathered blood and fingerprints along with other items, rounded out the rest of the testimony on Tuesday. Okay, that's Tuesday, and now we're just missing Wednesday. Let's see. Oh, I can show you. Hold on. I'll move this. Let me move this over here and show you these pictures. That was Tyler. Oh, why did it go black? Come on. Come on. That was Tyler Smith. That's who was a teenager then, it says, 20 years ago. Because they said teenagers found them, but I don't think he was a teenager 20 years ago. But anyway, with his girlfriend. And so he was talking about that. There's the picture that we just saw. And this is Mary Jane Hartug. That's the one that saw this man talking with Sondra Better by the cash register, and then saw the papers in the next few days and talked about it. This is the sketch she saw there. Okay, so bring that back over here. And okay, let's see what we have here now. There's a Waffle House trial that began. What's the Waffle House trial that began today? Okay. Okay, so let's see what happened on Wednesday. I don't know if they have the I guess the update. I want to see something. Let me see if I can find it on their Twitter feed. Sometimes they put an update there. I don't know. I guess we'll have to. Let me just check. Let me check my Twitter and see. Well, this doesn't seem to be getting a lot of attention because the Twitter updates, when you put in the keywords, wow, this is crazy. 12 hours ago, but that's not even a news source that's doing that. Okay, wait a second. Let me see if let me follow her and check if she has any other. That's crazy. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't say anything on Wednesday, but all right. Yeah, I don't know that it's televised. I don't think it's televised, but it should be over Friday. Yeah, well, it's lucky some of them are alive, and he wanted a fast trial. I didn't see either if it's a death penalty case, but I'm sure it is if it's first-degree murder, right? Stand your ground. There was also, I saw, that's the other thing, in Boca Raton, where there was some kind of a, I don't know if it was a home invasion or whatever, but at least one fatality. Did you guys hear about that one? Buffering, Amber? It isn't. Are we buffering? I don't think so. You didn't hear about that? Yeah, there was very strange because it was in a very affluent neighborhood. They said they don't have that. Let's see. Oh yeah, a deadly delivery. It's called. Hold on a minute. No, I don't want you. Get away. Okay. Evelyn Evie Udell was home alone, expecting her new washer and dryer to be delivered and installed. The delivery crew pulled up around 9 a.m. Monday and slid open the door on their truck. The violence began shortly thereafter. Udell, a 75-year-old Boca Raton woman, was found unconscious. Oh my God, unconscious. I can't talk tonight. In her laundry room, leaning against the washing machine, her head bloodied, her clothes aflame. The dryer was running, and all of the burners on the stove and the oven had been turned on. Police say the delivery man, George Luis Dupree Lachazo, 21, of Hialeah, killed Udell in a savage attack, hitting her on the head with a wooden mallet and setting her on fire with acetone. Udell endured severe head trauma, bleeding in her brain, and second and third degree burns. She was hospitalized in grave condition until she died Tuesday, 8 days before her 76th birthday. The murder in a quiet neighborhood of a prosperous city was as curious as it was vicious. What would possess a delivery driver to so violently attack a customer, and why would he set her on fire? Police would not say what triggered Lachazo. The motive is under investigation. And hold on, this is Evelyn. Hang on. Okay. Where was I? It would only be guessing on my part, said police spokesman Mark Economo. We don't want to speculate until we have a true motive. Udell had worked nearly 15 years at Florida Atlantic University, where she was a cataloger in the library's technical services department. The university described her as kind, caring, and hardworking member of the staff. She left the university in April of 2018. Records show Lachazo had worked for JB Home Delivery, delivering appliances for Best Buy, for a year and 8 months. He and truck driver David Gonzalez arrived Monday at Udell's home in the colonnades at Glen Oaks, a suburban neighborhood of $700,000 homes near Yamato and Jog Roads. According to an arrest report, Gonzalez and Lechazo had just removed the old washer and dryer and installed the new appliances in the laundry room near the two-car garage. Gonzalez, 48, went back to his truck to return several missed calls from the office. Lechazo remained inside the home, supposedly to show the woman how to use the new appliance. Then Gonzalez heard screams. He watched the garage door close and entered the house through the front door. He found Udell on the blood-stained floor near the laundry room and bathroom, the report said. Lechazo was the only other person in the house, and he was acting strangely. Gonzalez told police. As Gonzalez went outside to call 911, Lechazo jumped into the truck and took off, detectives say. Hold on, I'm getting up a picture of the suspect here. Okay. Police stopped the white box truck at the 7100 block of West Glades Road, about 3 miles from the Udell's home. Lechazo was sweating and shaking. He wore short pants, and the hair on his lower legs was burned. He was taken to Boca Raton Regional Hospital for treatment. When investigators searched the house, they found blood on the tile floor of the laundry room and burn marks on the washing machine and walls. Charred debris and clothing lay on the floor, and a strong chemical odor hung in the air. A bloody wooden mallet sat on the washing machine. A glass wine bottle with blood and hair lay on the floor. A pair of broken prescription glasses had fallen between the washer and dryer, police said. In the kitchen, a can of acetone was found near the stove, which had been pulled away from the wall. Investigators later determined that the can bore Lechazo's fingerprints. During questioning by police, Lechazo admitted to knocking the woman unconscious by hitting her on the left side of the head with the mallet. And then he closed the garage door, got the acetone from the garage, sprayed the chemical around the laundry room. He says he didn't know how it ignited. Lechazo admitted to recently using marijuana through a vape and cocaine, police said, but investigators did not say whether that contributed to the crime. Before Udell died, Best Buy CEO Corey Barry issued a statement saying the company had suspended its relationship with JB Home Delivery and is working with police. The company closed its Boca Raton store on Tuesday out of respect for Udell's family. Best Buy plans to revisit its delivery and installation programs and hire an independent security firm to review existing screening, auditing, and safety procedures, Barry said. We are profoundly sorry and offer our deepest sympathies to our customer and her family. Florida Atlantic University released a statement saying the university is devastated to hear about Evelyn's passing. We extend our deepest condolences to her family, friends, and former colleagues. Lechazo is charged with murder, aggravated battery on a person 65 years or older, and arson, causing great bodily harm. He is being held without bond at the Palm Beach County Jail until his hearing in September. So, wow, that's crazy. I heard that one. I didn't even hear the whole thing on the news, but that's just nuts. And you said the same thing, Dan. That's nuts. Best Buy. That just is, I wonder, could it be that crazy Scooby stuff? Do they still sell that Scooby stuff? Scooby snacks? That just happened. Which one, Diana? The first case is having trial right now. Should be finished by Friday. This second, this just happened to this woman Monday. She died Tuesday. His first court appearance is in September. Very weird, right? And he had someone out in the truck. What would he do that for? I suppose he was the one that called 911. I don't think I said it, Laura, but Lachazo took the box truck out of the, he just disappeared with it and left the other guy there. Yeah, that hasn't, I mean, he's going to have his first court appearance in September. That's scary, right? Because you don't know how many times I just don't like to be alone when not thinking anything like that. I just don't like to be alone when there's delivery men. But you would think, okay, there's 2 delivery men, but now I'm getting so skeptical of everything, right? And that's Best Buy. So you think, okay, well, I'm buying from Best Buy. I'm not buying from, like, I don't know, someplace like you ever see those places where they bring in tractor trailers loads of furniture from like North Carolina and you buy it and maybe they all deliver. It wasn't like something like that. It was Best Buy. Smacking and then argue with me and said, don't report him. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, I know that I've had to have been alone with delivery men before and stuff. Yeah, I know. It's just, yeah. I wonder if it was the synthetic marijuana. Drop the package off. So that's, yeah. He said right before. So I don't know. Right, maybe right before they went there, maybe, I don't know. He admitted to smoking, what do they say, marijuana from a bong and then cocaine. Danielle, your mother sounds like how my mother would be, yeah. That's really, really crazy. So that, I didn't even know everything. I saw a little bit on the news and just about how you wouldn't expect that in that neighborhood. I thought it was like a home invasion. I didn't realize it was a Best Buy delivery. But what did he see? I'm trying to think, what would be his motive to do that? And then something else doesn't seem right, because didn't they say that when I read that the guy, the 48-year-old guy, Gonzalez, saw her on the floor, but in the beginning of the article, it said she was propped like against the dryer or the washer. So how did she get from the floor until she got propped up? Lachazo was in the house, but did Lachazo go back there and prop her up? And then they didn't really go into that. I said the other guy, okay. But they didn't explain how she went from the floor to being propped up against. Well, but Tammy, if you were expecting a appliance delivery, then you would. I think maybe they're trying not to give out a lot of information. Maybe I don't know yet, Teresa. Maybe the reporter wrote it, wrong. Sometimes there's errors when stories just come out. I'll definitely follow it because this is kind of very strange. I thought they were going to just say like some, I don't know, Mom, I can't believe it was Best Buy. Wow, that's got to be something for Best Buy. Yeah, but see, she was expecting the delivery. It wasn't anything. You know what I mean? They put her, and they did. They hooked up her washer, her dryer. They took the old ones out. And then supposedly he went in there, the Chazo, to show her how they worked while the 48-year-old Gonzalez was in the truck returning calls that they missed. Yeah, I'm sure there's some, we'll hear more in the coming days. Maybe they were partners in crime. I don't know. That's just a weird. Yeah, David Gonzalez calls 911. Hold on, this might be a 911 call. Hang on.
What's the location of your emergency? Repeat the address. What subdivision are you in?
This is, what's wrong?
What subdivision is that? Which one?
This is true.
Okay, is this in, what subdivision? What subdivision?
I'm sorry, just trying to speak English very well. I have some situation here, please. Very bad.
What's the problem?
I need somebody. I need the police here.
What happened?
I don't know.
Are you hurt?
No, somebody, no.
Somebody what? What? I need to know what's wrong.
I don't know. I got the delivery. I did the delivery for this house.
Yes?
And then I saw another screen inside. When I go inside, I saw the lady in the floor.
Okay, so did something happen to you? Because you're crying. I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, when you think I was see somebody in the floor, or start laughing or something like that.
Sir, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that's somebody.
So you need paramedics, not the police. That's why I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, both, please.
And they're breathing though, right?
I don't know, I'm a little with a touch.
Okay, did you go in? You did not go inside, right?
No, I was looking inside.
Oh, you were working inside?
Cool.
Okay, let me get a translator on the line. I have help on the way. Stay on the line.
Welcome to the Voice Interpreter Network. Please
Stand
enter your
by.
PIN.
So,
Please select the language you need. For Spanish, press 1.
This is
For
crazy.
Asian, you selected Spanish. You will be connected to the next available interpreter.
Good morning. My name is Lisa, and I'll be your Spanish interpreter, 348-695. How can I help you?
Hi, can you just ask this gentleman to verify the address we need help at?
Okay, ¿me puede verificar la dirección donde necesita la ayuda?
Okay, ask him exactly what happened, please.
Dígame exactamente qué fue lo que pasó, por favor.
ok, no, yo sí trabajo haciendo delivery, entonces hice la instalación de washer and dryer y tengo mi compañero. Entonces, cuando fui a que me llamaron de trabajo, estaba afuera haciendo gritando, pero que yo trato de entrar para adentro y no, y a la puerta cerrada, y cuando él sale, fue la señora tirada en el piso, no sé si tuvo una discusión con el compañero y la golpeó.
Okay, dame un momento. Well, I was working on doing the deliveries. I was installing a washer and a dryer, and I was with my partner. When I heard some yelling inside, when I went to go inside.
Okay, hold on a second.
This lady.
Where is his partner right now?
Un momento. I'm sorry, what was that?
Where is his partner that hit her now?
¿Dónde está el compañero suyo, el que le pegó a la señora?
No sé, está dentro de la casa.
He's I don't know. I think he's inside the house. Dígame, señor.
Does he know what the coworker hit her with?
¿Usted sabe con qué su compañero le pegó a la señora?
No, si que afuera, estaba fuera adentro. Yo no sé lo que pasó.
¿Usted ha podido entrar?
No, no me sé.
No,
Solamente abrí la puerta
he's outside.
Okay, so
He's outside. He only opened the door and saw the lady.
okay, and the coworker has not come back outside yet?
¿Y su compañero no ha salido de nuevo?
No.
¿Qué? Señor, ¿su compañero salió? ¿Usted no sabe?
No.
It's cutting off. It's cutting off, I'm sorry. Señor, se está cortando la comunicación. ¿Usted sabe si su compañero salió o no? I hear him speaking with someone.
Okay, hold on a second, let me look.
Señor, ¿está bien?
Can you make out what they're saying?
No. Señor, ¿está bien? Sí. ¿Él está dónde?
Yo no tengo la compañía.
Ok, pero ¿usted está bien?
En el grupo. No sé qué hacer.
Ok, ¿está con su compañero o no lo ve?
No, él se está escapando.
¿Se está escapando? Okay, he's escaping. The partner is escaping. He's inside the gentleman that is calling, the caller, he's inside the company's truck, and he's seeing his partner that is escaping.
What direction is he leaving?
Okay.
No, él también está tratando de cambiar. Él está tratando de cambiar, pero no sabe manejar de cambio. Y se le está pagando el camión. Está aquí frente a la casa todavía.
Okay, so he's in front of the house. The partner is inside the truck, and he's trying to turn on the truck, but he doesn't know how to turn on the truck because he doesn't know how to drive. So he's still in front of the house.
Oh, so he's in front of the house in the truck, but he can't get it started. Did the caller ask him what happened to the lady?
Señor, usted le llegó a preguntar a su compañero qué fue lo que pasó. Okay, he's speaking with someone. Hold on. Señor? Can't make out what he said.
I understand.
Dígame, ¿qué está pasando? Señor, dígame, ¿qué está pasando? Señor, ¿qué está pasando? Señor, necesito que me deje saber qué está pasando, por favor.
Okay, interpreter, my fire rescue's on scene there. I'm just trying to see if we can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
They did get the address, yeah.
Sí, señor, estoy aquí. ¿Qué está pasando? No.
Okay. Did you happen to hear what he was saying in Spanish to the other guy?
It was just something about to stop the truck or something like that.
Okay.
In that kind of way. But they were talking about the truck. I hear somebody in the background. I don't know. If there's the help already
Yeah,
right there.
probably fire rescue.
She's speaking with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, interpreter, thank you very much. I'll let you
She's with
know.
someone.
Wow.
It's where a sweet tooth
That was crazy.
meets their sweet ride. We met on Cars.com.
That was crazy. What else did I see? My dog is snoring. If you hear that noise, that's my dog snoring under the table. Oh wait, there's another, hold on a minute. There might be some more about this story. Get rid of this. Through frantic sobs, let me make sure this doesn't go on here. Delivery man David Gonzalez begged a 911 dispatcher to send police to the home of a woman who had been beaten and set afire in her laundry room. A recording released Wednesday by police shows. The woman was 75-year-old Evelyn E.B. Udell, who died Tuesday from mere injuries. Police say Gonzalez's co-worker George Luis Dupree Lachazo, 21 of Hialeah, hit her with a wooden mallet, set her on fire with acetone while his partner was outside. The men showed up Monday morning to deliver a new washer and dryer. Okay. After installing the appliances, Gonzalez stepped outside to return some missed calls. Lachazo stayed inside to show Udell how to use her new washer and dryer, and soon the scene turned gruesome. Gonzalez told a 911 dispatcher he was outside when he heard screams coming from the house. I heard a lot of screaming, and I went inside. He said, "The lady is on the floor." Gonzalez also describes Lachazo getting in the work truck and having trouble starting the engine because he does not know how to drive a stick shift. About the 6-minute, 11-second mark of the 911 recording, Gonzalez tells the dispatcher he's watching as his coworker is escaping and trying to drive away in the company truck, but the truck was stalling on him. Lachazo was eventually able to drive away, but was later captured by the police. Police and rescue crews found a bloodied and beaten Udell lying unsafe. That was whoever wrote that first article. That was a mistake. She was lying there. I thought that was weird that she would have been propped up. Lying unconscious in her laundry room. The dryer was running, and the oven and every burner on the stove had been turned on. Udell died the next day, 8 days before her 76th birthday. Police say they don't know what triggered Lachazo. He's been charged with murder, aggravated battery, arson, causing great bodily harm. Okay. His next hearing is in September. And let's see. A next-door neighbor who declined to give his name said Udell was a nice woman who mostly kept to herself. He said he couldn't understand why Lachazo would do such a nice thing to a quiet librarian like Udell. It was very horrific, he said of the incident. In Hialeah, no one answered the door at a listed residence for Lachazo and his family on Wednesday afternoon. The blinds were drawn in the small apartment. A next-door neighbor named Ray was taking out his trash. Ray, who declined to give his last name, said he hadn't seen the family since yesterday, but insisted they were good people, particularly Lachazo's parents. He knew about the crime Lachazo had been accused of committing, but he didn't think that should reflect on his entire family. No one can take the blame of what their children do when they're grown, he said. Ray said he didn't know much about Lachazo himself. He said he speaks more to his parents, who he called good neighbors. At a North Miami residence listed for Gonzalez, no one answered the door Wednesday evening. Udell bought her appliances from Best Buy, but Best Buy did not make the delivery. Okay, whoa, what's going on here? Not interested. Get out of here. Now they say it would J.B. Hunt. Is that who they said? They said J.B., but I don't think they said J.B. Hunt before. It was J.B. something else. But on Thursday, Best Buy officials said a J.B. Hunt subcontractor, Miami-based XM delivery service, handled the delivery. We have not suspended. See, this is another. This one says, we have not suspended our relationship with J.B. Hunt. As of now, the relationship we have indefinitely suspended is with the local small subcontractor of J.B. Hunt that was responsible for this delivery in Boca Raton. State records show that XM delivery service listed officer is Manuel de Chavez. He couldn't be reached for comment Wednesday despite a visit to his home in Miami. Best Buy said it plans to revisit its delivery and installation programs and hire an independent security firm to review existing screening, auditing, and safety procedures. So that's what there is there. J.B. Hunt is a trucking company, I know, but I can't remember the other article, but it was J.B. and I don't think it was Hunt because I know J.B. Hunt. I think it was, they got something mixed up, but it wasn't them. It was a subcontractor that got the XM delivery service. An article I'm reading, it says he doused, yeah, I read that too, Diane. He got the acetone in the kitchen and it had his fingerprints on it. She died the next day, Pouty. It happened on Monday. She died on Tuesday. used to own a trucking company. During an interview, Lachazo admitted that he struck the victim and doused her with yes. Right, I said that, Diana. J and B, I think that is that what? Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I would have recognized JB Hunt too. Yeah, J and B. I think they were, that first article had that said she was propped up was. Oh, your puppy's 20. That's great. Yeah, well, yeah, he admitted. Oh, thanks, happy wife. They should vet companies they subcontract. Yeah, well, that's just a crazy thing. He's a long haul carrier, right? Not local. To go to in a crime, the drugs. I don't know. I mean, I wonder if it was that synthetic stuff. They didn't say anything more in this. I mean, I'm sure they drug tested him, right? Is the strangest case you've ever heard? Do you know that the gas station that she stopped in, remember to get the Tylenol? That's up by me. That gas station, because she was up by me. You know that they were camping in a campground not far from me. And the McDonald's is the McDonald's that we go to. Yeah, it's really freaky. Yeah, two-scooter. Yeah, she was in Hunter. Not Hunter Lake. Wasn't it that's where she was camping? And then she went to the Sunoco. That's where she was looking for the Tylenol. And they went to the McDonald's. Oh, I didn't even realize that was 6:30. That is a busy night. Some people have bitten. That's that bath salt or that like that Tim Jones stuff. I wonder if that's what it was. What do I think happened with her? That's crazy, right? She was driving the wrong way on the Taconic Parkway. It sounds like drugs, right? Or something. What's going on? It would appear unblocked. I can see you, Casbat. What happened? You can't see Happy Wife? Did you tell Happy Wife? What happens if she touches the 3 dots next to your name? Make sure that you don't have her blocked, Happy Wife. Sometimes you don't see Happy Wife? No, I don't think she had a stroke, Diane, because people saw her driving. Happy Wife was just back. Lauren Nicole, hi mommy, catching your live in at work. Oh, don't get caught, Lauren. And talking in store. Sounds like alcohol and pills. She was drinking something right while she was driving. Hey, Grace. labs were negative for drugs. I saw her, I heard. What, Crystal? Vodka? She had vodka. I haven't watched it in a while. You can't see Happy Wife either. I'm okay, really. That was my husband's brother, not me. I'm so lost. Who was your husband's brother? Danielle, all right? You're back with your tossed salad and Pepsi? You see her, Happy Wife. But I must have missed something because I don't know who her brother, which is her husband's brother or something. You just don't attack old women for nothing. But yeah, what was, I mean, was it just that he had a hallucination and because of the drugs and let you, what did he do? Did he steal anything? There's a lot more to that story. That's crazy. Is it raining? Mommy, it's almost 5 p.m. You're cooking dinner, Donna? 677. It's a popular chat tonight. I don't know why. This story. Wonder if he knew her somehow when he got there. I don't think so, but maybe she had cash for tip. So many unknowns. Your hubby's brother was on the national news. He texted and drove. So I showed damages. Your husband's brother was on the news because he got caught texting and driving, and you showed the damages. What happened? Was he in an accident? I didn't even think about hallucinating. That makes sense. Can you imagine like the people that had Best Buy deliveries like the next day? He was only 21 though, Jeff, so it couldn't have been a really old score. And they don't seem like they ran in any of the same circles. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that. It's... Yes, it was horrible. What happened? We had to enroll the kids for school. He died? Happy, I'm really confused. Are you saying that you have his kids, you're raising his kids now? Hey, cowgirl up. Sharon, what? Oh, your delivery was Home Depot. Something about when older people get killed after all that living to end like that. But I don't know. Did I miss something from Happy Wife? What happened with the... Do you want to call in, Happy Wife? I don't understand what's going on with the brother-in-law and the kids now and the damages and what happened? You're just trying to figure it out too, Judy? Good. Do you want to call in, Happy Wife? Because we don't know what is going on. All of us are lost, it seems. Local Las Vegas news, KTNV, Catholic charities cracked tear gates. You want me to look this up? Okay. KT, hold on a minute. Oops, KTNV, Catholic Charities. Okay. KTNV. Is it this? Las Vegas police were investigating Monday after a car crashed into a fence, but this was on August 5th. At 11:09 a.m., Metro received a call about a car that crashed into the fence in front of Catholic Charities, 1501 Las Vegas Boulevard North. One person was injured and transported to UMC. The cause of the accident is still under investigation. Is this what you're talking about? Hold on, let me go back. Is that what you're talking about, Happy Wife? What happened, Maui Chickadee? When I subbed again, obviously not going to get notification if I'm not... I thought I would leave it for a day or two and see if it helps. I don't know what's going on, Maui. And Maui, you said you were sending me an email. I never got an email or anything. He had all the kids in the... Okay. But that didn't say he had all the kids in the car. They said is there another... He died? How old are the kids? What about the kid's mother? I'm lost. I'm going to see if I can find anything else about this. Well, she can if she... Do you want to call in, Happy Wife? Because... I'm going to look in the meantime here. I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything else about it, Happy Wife. That would be really weird. I don't see anything else about it. She's been hacked. Oh, she will call in? Okay. All right, hang on. Let me get... Do I have your email, Happy Wife? I knew you called in once before, but I think somebody had to text you the number or something. You didn't have email or something, right? Hold on a minute. I think I have your number here. Wait a minute. Hold on, I have your number. I will, let me text you the, how can I text this? Okay, all right, let me, oh, I'll just take a picture of it and text it to you. Okay, hang on. Okay, Happy Wife, I'm texting you. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of the invitation. What is this? Who knows the channel Stay Informed? Who knows the channel Stay Informed? Stay Informed just said that the Nicole Kessinger text that I got from the Discovery that was sent to me is their stuff, and they just put a copyright strike on me. Yeah. They just put a copyright strike on me. said, due to a copyright takedown notice that we received, we had to take down your video. Video title, Chris Watts mistress text messages you have not seen. Takedown issued by Stay Informed. That means your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You now have one copyright strike. If you get multiple copyright strikes, we will disable your account. If you believe you're not at fault in one or more of the instances, you can appeal this takedown by submitting a counter notification. Keep in mind that there may be severe legal consequences for submitting a counter notification with false information. You can also contact the party that removed your video and ask them to retract their takedown. So I'm going to have to do that. And I don't know why that channel would do that when the text even have my channel name there, and I'm reading them, and they come from my own discovery files, which says right in the video itself. Wow. This is just nuts. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you. This is just freaking nuts now. I'm really ready to... This is unbelievable. Now I had your number in. Happy wife. I don't know what the heck. I just had your number in here, and now it's gone. And I've got to go back and get the number. Hang on. Oh, gosh. Okay, happy wife, that's sent to you. Oh, this is great. No, it's not Nicole Kessinger.
Your Honor, there are no words to adequately describe
their videos look like they look like the kind of channels that get shut down because they're nothing but news reports without anybody in front of the camera. I'm going to write to them first because I got something. This may be I got something the other day that said, hey, I think somebody uploaded your video. And it was, I think it was that Jimeva, whatever the heck channel. And it was just that they said that they had the same content, but with stuff from the Discovery. But I didn't pursue it. Now, it's very possible that this Stay Informed got a similar thing and then just clicked take it down. I'm hoping that's what it is, and then they will see this when they're contacted and retract this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fight this. But this does not appear to be a channel that anybody is in front. So I don't know who runs this channel. So while we're waiting for Happy Wife, I'm going to, let's see, if your video was removed, you're a creator affected, learn how to, you can reach out to the copyright owner directly. Now let's see if they have contact information. I remember this Christy Marie. She used to be in the channels. Christy Marie. Is Happy Wife calling? I'm almost done with this. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's that thing that I got and they didn't know and just thought YouTube had really checked it out. Because if they want to pursue this, they're not going to win because I have the letter from the DA and the files. And I uploaded my own with my own voice on them. So, hey. Hi. Hi.
Carolyn, it's Happy Wife.
Hi.
Hi, Carolyn, it's Happy Wife.
Hi. What's up?
I think somebody requested I called in because my husband's brother had a texting accident and totaled the car and the kids were there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and he was killed?
No, he's still been in the hospital from the injuries.
How old are the kids?
My husband just had to take them and register them for school because his brother was in the hospital. So one of my nieces, it was her first day of kindergarten, and the other one was in second grade. And then we put my youngest nephew, who's 2 years old, into a little like daycare thing. I don't know. It's my husband's story, not mine.
But the kids are living with you now?
What?
The kids are with you guys?
Yeah.
Does he have a wife?
Yeah. Yes.
And she doesn't have custody?
No, she had custody, but when this all happened, she got so upset that she went back to her mom. She has like 12 other brothers and sisters. They come from a very large family. And she got so upset that she just went home to her mom and said, I can't deal with this. I can't do this. So my husband and I had to step in.
Wow. And yeah, that's crazy. And then don't you leave for vacation?
Yeah. I'm leaving in a couple hours. Like 3 hours, I'm supposed to be leaving to Palm Springs for this great vacation. So my son, again, my 29-year-old son is going to step in and say, yeah, I got this, Mom. I got this. Don't worry about it.
So
And
he's going to
the
take care of the kids?
Yeah.
Wow.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Is he, he's not married or anything, right?
No, my
No.
son, I think if you remember from when I called in 3 months ago, my son doesn't have children, and he stays here to help me with my seizures and stuff. So
Wow.
it's really texting and driving, and oh my gosh, I'm so horrified right now. I had it posted on my little turtles, remember? You guys all went to my little turtle channel and my tortoises and my chickens and everything. Do you know that after my husband's brother got into this car wreck because he was texting and driving, I've got so much terrible bashback on my little sweet channel. I had to shut it down today.
Because of they're connecting you?
I don't know, Carolyn, I don't know. I've got so much hatred. And then I don't want to call out any subscriber, and I think that's painful and it's shameful. But even one of the subscribers from your channel is questioning my testimony that I gave you regarding my own brother being a serial killer. It wasn't like I called you to be proud.
Right.
I mean, that's embarrassing. It was terrible. It was like, I'm still ashamed that I even made that phone call, because I feel like that damn ugly Watts guy's sister.
Yeah.
Everybody hates somebody who's like, oh, you killed somebody, now I hate you. And I've gotten so much backlash
From that.
I don't know, Carolyn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, yeah, it's not your fault what your brother did, and nobody should be attacking you for anything like that, or if it's for your brother-in-law or whatever the reason is.
No, this just happened with my brother-in-law. This is not something that's, my brother killed people all the way for the last 30 years. But what just happened with my husband's brother is only a couple weeks, and I showed the car. I posted the picture of the car.
Is it on your channel, you mean?
It was on my channel, but I had to take my channel down because of one of the person on, I'm not going to call out anybody of a subscriber to your channel, because I have more respect for people, but somebody on your channel was very unkind, and I didn't do it. My husband didn't do it. It was his brother that did it. He was texting and driving. If I want to bring attention to say, don't text and drive, and don't ever do it with your children in the car. And now look at what my husband and I are having to do, and our life has changed.
Okay. I just want to
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I understand. I just want to address something else, because I think we need to get this out here. So, do you want to say about the other anything about being on the other channel in order to clear anything up that might be a misunderstanding, or because I think that's what's happening.
Carolyn, I'm not sure. I'm not on the internet enough. I've got a great life. I have chickens and tortoises, and I'm a mountain biker and we travel a lot. And so when I do go online and, you know, I only hit you sometimes like every 4 days because I don't have enough time to spend on the internet. So somebody made a comment and I said, yeah, whatever. And then next thing you know, I've got something happened with people in your channel. And again, I don't like to call out subs, but something terrible happened within people getting angry on your channel. And then I guess maybe the person I was watching on your channel got misunderstood that I was being bad. I wasn't being bad, Carolyn. I've never. I did not mean to do that. If I did, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah,
That
no.
was never my intention. And I don't
Thank
know
you,
who's
Anna.
bad and who's good anymore. The internet has gotten so crazy. It's gotten so toxic. It's like, how do I even know who I can, if I wake up or if I want to, you know, during the middle of the day, after I've done my laundry and cleaned my kitchen and taken care of my chickens and my tortoises, and then I say, okay, I want to log on to the internet, but then all of a sudden I'm the bad guy because
Cowgirl,
that
what's
person
going on?
is angry with that person.
I'm really lost here now. Cowgirl, what's going
So
on?
am I.
Why are you saying that,
I'm
Cowgirl?
lost.
Can someone explain this to me, please? I don't get what's going on, and I really think I should know what's going on.
And Carolyn, I don't know either.
You know, I've got something huge coming up. I've just got hit with a copyright strike. How much do you want from me? Really? How much do you want to hurt me? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Carolyn,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
not here
I
to
can't
hurt
take
you
anymore.
with
I'm so upset with what's going on here and how people